Hello, I think we're live now. Welcome to the stream. I think we've already got our first comment in there, but hello, welcome to the stream. Hopefully I wasn't live all of that time, but I shouldn't have been. But hello, welcome to the stream. My name's blut-084, BLUT-084 Art and Games, and today we're going to be resculpting this here, but we're going to be making my OC, or if you don't know what that means, it means original character. This one here I've been working on for absolutely years. It's got many different adorations. It looks differently in different ways of different times of trying to draw it. And yeah, I've sort of, over time, this has honed the character and the way it looks. So as to say, this one I drew probably, what, 10 years ago? This one here is something that I like the idea, but I kept the wings and basically scrapped the rest of it. And this one here, as you can see, I kept the wings, give them a stick, a pole, and there is a, oh actually I think I drew them in a different way. Let's see if I can find that. Can't remember where I put that one now. Give me a second, I'll flick through all this. There it is. Yeah, to say, I always keep the wings, keep the blue, keep like the staff sort of thing. It has eggs and things. That is Escape. It'll be possibly be sitting on the shoulders of this one here. Again, I'm going to be resculpting this and making this one, this Pig or this Spider-Man here, into something else. I'm using this as a base because I can't bother to make a full, what's it called? A full underneath. No, the core. I can't be bothered to make a core today, and I can't be bothered to put it into a thing. And I thought it's another good way of me sort of learning form and shape, and to learn how to to make wings instead of draw them, because I've kind of gotten my fill of drawing wings. But I'm going to be trying to sort of make wings something similar to this, because I've been making it out of polymer clay, as you've seen me use it before and make loads of different things, but I've never made a standalone creation. It's always been a magnet, or it's always been a something that comes out of an egg, or it's something small basically. So I'm trying to be a little bit more creative. Obviously I didn't make this one, but I've been inspired by this one as for the wings and the way the character is. So yeah, I'll be using that as like a guide for how to make wings. Be making this as, well, as you can see, I've already made an extra hand. This one, the hand fell off, and that's what gave me the idea. The hand here fell off. I was like, what? I say fell off. Like this one hand, this didn't make this one here. But yeah, I'm going to be sort of remodeling this. I'm going to do it in the background. I'm going to be listening to some Comic Historian. If you don't know who Comic Historian are, you will find out very soon. But it's the favourite place where I go to listen to all of my comics. Or keep up to date with, say if a film's come out, there's always like an update on what the story of each film or the comics and what that comic sort of means. If you are a fan of comics and you want to listen to your particular comic of your own choosing, Comic Historian have millions of different comics up there. There's from full stories, from graphic novels, and they've also got like out of the blue, where you think comics is comics in general. Some from DC, some from Marvel, some from companies I've not even heard of. But yeah, you can always say hi in the comics. Comics, here we go. In the comments. My name once again is blut-084, BLUT-084 Art and Games. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see some more, because if you can't watch the whole thing, guys, what I'll do, because I am recording once again on the PS4, I will use that PS4, I'll edit all that, and you'll get that next Monday with like sped up versions of things, because I know that this is going to take me a long time. So I'm aiming for about only an hour live today, and after I've done that live stream, I will stop there as such, and then I'll carry on the PS4, because I don't think I'll be doing this live twice. I think I'll give you like updates as I'm going through via the blog sort of thing I've been going. So don't forget to keep checking back for that. Yeah, we're talking more about clay. If you've never used clay before, or if you've never used polymer clay, then it is one of the best things to use if you're a beginner, if you're non-beginner, or if you just want to have a little bit of fun with some clay. It is bakeable, so once you've made it, and I would stress this, once it's made, you have to, this one here is just a little, something I made, a little fidget toy type thing I did, and yeah, it's very durable. pretty much chuck it around if you want to chuck it around. Obviously, we'd be chucking this around, but you can. It's fairly durable as long as it's a small, compact thing. Nothing could snap off it. It's fairly bendy as well. Whereas this is plaster Paris, and again, I'm using this as a core. And when I bake it, hopefully it won't turn dust. So we'll see how that turns out. But if it does, I can always probably repair it with some more polymer clay, because polymer clay, you can put more polymer clay on top of more polymer clay, and it will falsify or fortify what you've already made. See if you've made a mistake or it cracks in the oven or whatever. Things happen to it once it goes in the oven. Things have happened to things that I've made in the oven. Oh my god, some things I've made, I've put in there for too long, or put it in a too high heat and it bubbled and it sort of went, well, that just ruined the whole 3 hours of work I just did. So I try not to do that anymore. But if you want to know where I've got this from, I actually get it from Amazon.com. You can get it from loads of different shops around the internet. I would definitely recommend going for, if you're just going to begin, start out, go for some cheaper stuff. This one I would say is the cheapest brand of lot that I found. I can't actually see the name on it, but it's called Fimo. Normally, well, you can get it in little tiny packs if you just want to have a go. I get this Fimo here. Fimo soft, just because I don't want to have to condition the clay, because the more expensive you get, more you have to condition the clay, which means you have to, instead of just working it around in your hand like you would Play-Doh, you've got to use an actual particular machine, and I can't be bothered to buy all the machines and stuff to go with it. So yeah, I'm just going to be using this clay here. Got different tools, but I'll just be using probably my hands. Right, so if you have a suggestion you want listening to, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to be listening to what I normally do in the background. Keeping continuity, as you know, I like to listen to comics in the background when I draw, so why not do it when I'm working with clay?
The inferno blazes great into the night sky. Firefighters blasting the heat.
Okay, right.
That's the fourth downtown fire this
actually,
week.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I put a little mat down. If I don't, it'll start sticking to the table because it's really warm again inside.
Did anyone actually?
And you know what happened last time? It was warm.
Because if not,
it got all sticky and tacky, and I got really crap.
Suddenly, a metallic tentacle smashes into the ground.
Alright, so we sped things up, and here we go, just warming up the clay quickly and getting it all ready for sculpting. Again, you have to warm it up a little bit. It is really soft anyway, but you need to warm it up a little bit. But I would suggest not being in a really hot room. And if you have got a hot room, put a fan or something on to cool your area, because the clay will become really sticky, and you just don't want that. There are other ways of dealing with that stickiness, but I haven't got nothing to hand. But like corn syrup or something like that will probably work. And on the picture there, you can see that my creation is Blue Angel. He has 2-toed feet. He doesn't have any more toes than 2. And every picture I've drawn him, he's always either wearing shoes or he's worn nothing, and he has 2 toes. So I'm just moulding those out quickly and getting those into sort of shape that I want them to be. Sorry about the dodgy angle as well, guys. It's kind of the only best angle I can do when I'm live and recording at the same time. Otherwise, I'd have my PlayStation camera in a different position. But because I was live, sort of top down is about the best I can do when I'm recording. And now, just sort of covering up a few of the cracks and the sort of design from the pre-Spider-Man. As you know, I'm re-sculpting over it as a core. So I'm getting rid of all the things that you're going to be able to see from the previous sculpture, and try and make it look like my character on the page there. Again, I'm just sort of quickly covering a few bits up, because I know that hand is going to be visible. So the crisscross pattern will be visible as well. But I'm only doing that up to that point, because I know I'm going to be putting clothing on afterwards. After the baking stage, and then we'll get to doing other things. But as my character has evolved, he's gone from clean shaven to having a beard, and I wanted to put the beard on this sculpture here just because I'm not comfortable making faces, so I sort of try and cover it up the best as I can. I try to have a go at making eyes and eyebrows as well. I kind of reformed them after being live, so what you see here is sort of just where I left it. From the live stream, and yeah, but we're just forming out the face, forming out the eyes, and trying to get a sort of a decent face at least as we're doing all live. Now we've done all the arms, hands and face and head and everything else, we're just sort of minor details now, something like his tail. Every time I've drawn him, he's always had a tail. I kind of like the idea of my character having a tail, so I'm sort of forming out the tail now. Different ways to form fur as well, and again it's another thing I've never really done, like fur on something, so I'm sort of guessing as I do this. If you want to stick your polymer clay to something like this and it's not wrapped all the way around, it's always best to sort of fortify it with a little bit extra, because I know if you're going to be covering it up, and if you're going to be covering it off, then you just stick it to what it is, but this is sticking to something else. Again, it's like plaster Paris the Spider-Man's made out of, so I'm sort of being thoughtful on what how I stick things, and we're just moulding up the beard and making it look pretty. We've done with everything now that I can be able to do on the first go around, because again I'm going to have to bake this before I do any clothing to it, but before I did that I wanted to make the staff or the weapon he holds in his hand. Again, that's evolved over time. It was just as you can see, a bog standard like bow staff type thing with an egg at the end. Eggs my things, as you know, balut. Yeah, we sort of, what we do is we make a little core and we wrap that core, it's tin foil that I'm using, wrap that core with the polymer clay. It fortifies it, and you get to sort of use your clay sparingly, and it also fortifies it so if it is a staff that you can hold it and it won't bend. It will bend really easy if it's just polymer clay because it's soft and it's just formed wherever you flopped it down to. So I'm pre-making it, I'm going to bake it, and then I'll put it into his hand. But because I did that, I want to make a little extra little bit. But this is how I made the staff itself. With again, I've used that design and then used the other design that you can see in a second. Here's what I was saying, Will, about making the staff. I make the staff, again I'm going to pre-bake the staff before I put it into the hand, but I did want the hand to keep its form, so I made another little armature out of tin foil just for the clay to hold, so when it bakes it's got something in it to form around that thing there, and hold the staff at a later date. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you've liked today's stream, come back tomorrow and I'll get the rest of this finished, because I've got it's taken stages. This is stage 1, stage 2 to be tomorrow, and then we'll get into the painting stage next week. Otherwise guys, click the links that will appear. Thank you very much for Abigail for joining. Thank you to Meme for joining today. I'll be chatting to you guys over on TikTok. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching again. Click the links that will appear. My name's Blut-084, BLUT-084. You've been listening to Comic Story in the background. I definitely recommend going and checking them out. If you need a link, I'll leave one somewhere at the bottom. Otherwise, guys, bye for now. Manly!